meka asem nkyere Urakanda pa meka asem ketua bi akyere no na omo enhwe ade omo nhwe ade kwa me pese me yi na nka me yi ho right na nka me yi ho but ade bi a ede ade bi a ede pa. They are talking about a year on my Ghana your wealth and crofwa kakra bi a edidi ene wo mo a ekom ede wo mo Ghana ska Ghana yeyo akodi nipa kakra bi nsem yano na de kuba o yana de kuba yana de anibre eba oman mu me the link be ato or say private wealth in Ghana surges alarmingly report you report no fatuo say ya fatuo because esopa aba me pese Ghana ni bia nko kai bi na ayi national security for ya mo hwehwe we no so no ene bia nan for no munyi na monkenkai abonfo MPP for boys nkwa no omo sisa omo goro boys they can't even read usia bi na busa ni din kura wontimi mo they can't write they can't do anything a report we bi ena kanda pa ese mokenkai sesia na me hu ewa in fact na nka me show you hu ewa pa but me ready baby. Okay, so let me do this one. Let me do this one. Mama has between you Eddie Kwame. Mama, what if Kwame would have fallen the tour, fatuo, or the fatuo. Me person may waste the time on. I have other things to do, so I won't waste time. But my sendo link in the screenshot portion be. Yana di ku, and any sanya manema no. Baku force sequent Oman Crawford any Ghana web. Private wealth in Ghana surges alarmingly. Report. Private wealth. Individuals are omagadesika. Mwa wia wa maino. Kanaba yana di ku eba. O promise police force oba increase wo mo salary proud to election na se wa anya ye na di ku eba na de nyame adom obi ani ate o ye ni ate too much say ye mo se Ghana for agimi a ye ni ate che mo 10 times ye ni ate che mo way back enya political power na munya ya mumu bi mo obra bia. But for political power, which you are going to lose it. But for you know to munye report we na monkai. This report will give you a fair idea. Among for you individuals are ye ebiso bre. And the report cited cocoa farmers esu omusu. Just this portion that we have here. Just this portion. Also, private wealth in Ghana has surged at a rate 30% higher than the continental average of negative 12% over the past decade. Secondly, only to Ethiopia. Now, the stark contrast highlights may the portion be ascend you. All right. We no main perspective Omo mention, and my main reading from my phone, so say the research findings estimate that individual private wealth in the country, that is Ghana, now stands at an impressive 56 billion US dollars. However, this wealth is starkly unevenly distributed, with 110 Ghanaian possessing over $10 million in liquid assets, not including other assets like real estate. This wealth concentration vividly underscores the alarming income disparity within the country, he said. Where the wealthiest individuals perceive Ghana as well developed, others such as cocoa farmers struggle to make ends meet despite the overall growth of wealth. Enti omo nyes kani bia wia no oti se obi ka kire se me dia send o ana oti se obi ka kire se Ghana economy is growing, ye growth no kosura busa ne se on was saying odidi how many times a day according individuals in some growth no aye kan wasem no according individuals in some, because individuals need be etimi via or mine. And this same report is telling you how cocoa farmers are crying. When you are farmer, obitini baby adamo tiati mo bi ba be yeku. Why na wamo wadaje? Mo why na wamo wadaje? Yeba tuaba atumu ayiremu to account for every damage to citizens and to our economy. It won't be that like the Tamil's time. Thank you. Say MPP for Nenya slogan. Oh, at Tamil's time, cry. Well, a kofo kwa want me anyashi. It won't be like that. No, bro. Uncle Ken, more recording way into say me na me catch them. It won't be like that. Say John Mama try this country will be very chaotic for him to rule. Because at that point, the citizens any options, some of them rabesho munsem. A man for sofa, a man for bread. And munim nyama di ku eba. Then go and read this report to me. I just read it. Mon kofa nga mon kai. Mo kai ya mo be hu ade kra e koso. Go and check the gap between those who have it and those who don't have it. Go and check. Mon kofa gap no. Akufo ado ba si hotel $6 million. Oko ha mo to nso 15 cedis. Enti ankrofo na ewura ho no. That's on anti call body. Blue Bob. Now obiso akwajina petesi 2 cedis. You see the difference clear. Why? Kandaba ye humo, mo jimuani ye humo. We see you people. Okwa abriwa danfo na nyampon me penasem pa. There are people around there of a Kandaba, and ya me home Crawford, they know you. What you money or the difference is clear. The gap between this government appointees and the Ghana, the ordinary people walking on the street, is so huge. And when I say we are worried about it, you are not worried about Sani Maui. You are worried about Ubia or Tinibia Bia, what sort of video and Juma. Come on, please. Anyway, let me move on. But I hope some Obekai na more the cry air cost or Ghana. Here, there is serious hardship in the system. There is serious hardship. The way the young boys and the young girls are suffering on the street. A comforter. The president should address it. That is the danger facing us. The vice president should address it. The national security should write reports on it. You guys should calm nerves down. One calming country down. Mo yani kikiri kakra bonya wia no. Ofa mu ndio. Enkola ni abre o. Onse moye obi amfi mu moye obi motata nkrofo obi amfi mu. One day ebeji boom. One day munim se moye sa na nkrofo ofa mo ho adwene. Mon calm your mind down. Mo kasa anya de kasa tantan ne kasa fon kasa fin. Nkrasefo kasa efiri mu anu ba ya na mo aka bom na da ho. Mama emra fo mo ho aye hi me ka kire mo se national security fo nye surveyor mo ho aye hi e wo street mu. And you guys should be careful. Mo ho aye hi. I don't know why I should pay my taxes for somebody to enjoy and the person turns back and insult me. Why? Then that person tells you that don't insult me back. You have these people. Sometimes I wonder. Wenum nana omoni adubu ahenom organizing seminars, forums, public lectures, talking about rallies, talking about a system. Here system no suffocate you omo. Hey, wenuma. I'm highly disappointed in the look. In my lifetime, political party, I'm to say gua. This current MPP. It's a gu. They don't have any locus to survive as a political party. It's a gu. Ne free Ghana for some more. You have become an albatross around the necks of the citizens. Why? Go and check the report. Some ya means I remember but a bit cancer much so. Now, Maminya and Yama too quick. And through on a member main so. Jane Mensa. You best say Jane Mensa. You best say Jane Mensa say ye panichow. Say ombu okunu ewo ni fia no ombu na busuafo a or the Bible we will reply. Hey, we will give her the same response because about say Jane Mensa there, ebi Ghana ni bi afie. Jane Mensa, and I'm talking about the EC boss. I am talking about the EC boss. Now, the equity ne words about responsible journalism. The equity ne words on responsible journalism. This woman is talking about say somebody should be responsible in his or her dealings. Look at who is talking. Look at who is talking. Listen to who is talking.
With the 2024 election beckoning and with no incumbent seeking re-election, the stakes are particularly high. We face an open contest where any candidate could win or lose. In essence, the 2024 election will be more than a democratic exercise. It will be a test of our nation's resilience. As journalists, you will play a crucial role in building that resilience. You have the ears, the eyes, and the hearts of the citizenry. And you are a stone throw away from millions of homes across the country. It is of utmost importance that you are cognizant of the delicate interplay that will be required between media freedom, our democracy, and national security. Your conduct as journalists will impact positively or negatively on our dear nation. As the fourth estate, you are not just a facet of our democracy, you are its bedrock. You are the beacon of truth. You are the guardians of transparency. You are the vanguards of freedom and catalysts for informing and shaping public debate. Your role requires the nation's support and protection over your freedoms. With your role and the nation's support and protection comes great responsibility. We are all aware of the risks to national security when the role of the media goes unchecked. Your exercise of your power and freedom in the lead up to the 2024 election could potentially make or break our nation's cohesion. This is a sobering truth. Ladies and gentlemen, the lessons of Rwanda.
One from screen. Take that for this girl from the screen. Now this girl, James Ansah, is talking about. Say, adia obiye. Say yan chekini pa krono abe say omaino. Again, I say omain to say yeti omaimu. Ya kwa tuaba. As we speak. Ya wankrofobia wamanya representation. Our parliament. They are there. They are Ghanaians. Then this foolish woman. Foolish girl, I mean. Some crofo no say Jimmy say damo mimi nimma de cro. One friend up the nabe general national theater. One of your program na be no for so the akyeremo. Slay queen way. You are talking about people being responsible. James Ansah should think. So okunu entmin tunu funu omunu ofia. She should think. The reckless comments, the reckless process here, the kwatu aba 2020 okroma. Oga say James Ansah say ye oman bia so na nya Ghana ena jaimane nka ena wo ha. Kaka so ntwaja anto oman we mu. That criminal guy like you, go treasure to a my way. Procurement, it was easy. Go and check in Kwasiasma to Odi and a chrono at Wobble. Go and check. Then you have some phones normal to crack bombs. James Ansah, you are coming to talk about that somebody should be responsible. You. A reckless woman, girl like you. Ya kwa tuwa ba. Ewo kromha. What me deny crofobia? Ebisi Ghana bako se mu da. I wonder even Rollins, the military regime, they never did that. Your friend is saying, what is his name? Akufo-Addo, the self-acclaimed human rights lawyer, no? We have witnessed a whole constituency. Omatna Ghana ha, omwenya a representation. You should have talked about it. Young girl, what didn't Kwasi Asem say actually? Obian ankashe. Oka say on my fufrobia. And Gabenya kwa atrewa biebi wano abegyina biebi onu fumu di akyere omo akeka Kwasi Asem. A responsible government, a responsible EC, and a responsible media. But when you have a government who is irresponsible and reckless, when you have an EC institution, a boss, reckless and irresponsible like you, Jane, yes, you are irresponsible at now. Nadia Mupebia Namwaye. Ya to abako 4 times. Ankwasi akeka we yantibi. 2000 ya to above from Rollins to Kufo. Ya to free Kufo ediko Atamios. Ya to free Atamios ediba John Mahama. Jomama ya to ye di ma Akufo-Addo. Ene di edura Akufo-Addo no mo ba be kire ye said ye sik enkasa. 2016, go and play on my FM tapes back. 2016, go and play it back. 2015, 2016, go and play it back. Go to Kokroko, Nekwa G, Eje Akufo-Addo tapes. Nkwasi asoma tra okeka. Go and take it. Afi de mo na mo ba be kire ye kasa okroma. Ah, sir. Time amo yesa no. Ni e ka chem se munyai na dabi mu benya ne in 100 folds na mu free say amanfo odi agro irresponsible government and irresponsible EC is equal to irresponsible journalism. Sa na mu benya no to asase yan crack it down social media. Say me o makwa report me on social media. Ti ade bia fa government nu bia no metra no omo crash me viewership na me nipa ba ko na be kai kra metro me yase me fam ho ankrofo we na nam krom ha eye dede democracy freedom of speech eso bia timi kanasem eso bia timi yese eye wankrofo we ya me look Kwame, that is where I have issues with yes a squad no Akufo-Addo Kwaku the late session no wajai hoko no Egbert Faber no Jane Mensa way sa squad no hey now because no take power no omo dear there be Jemensa, we will use every means to show you that you are irresponsible EC girl, and yes, you're very reckless and commercial. Do you think we are going to back down? We are not going to back down. We are not going to back down. Trust me. I'm telling you, Jemensa, I swear. Do you think we are going to back down? Now, Mudia, and Makano, me need power be a submit pan and this grabia. Come on, Johnny. Come on, ye be papa. You see, you people should not sit down for them to intimidate you. No. Don't agree. Don't agree. And Crawford we see Rollins 19 years or mutimi ejina mu a 8 years we no mbe jinem. Ye no mbe jinem. Me ntwa da bia kwa MPP ni bia akosere na de o ma de enyema kono krono sika enyema fe enyema kono NDC media boys oya omo pe kakra ma omu omo awia na omo ase aba be ka kire mimi nim bebre intu ya oya ye beka me obi bia ni mi ho untu mebusa me hwe me magis ka bia no watwa me picture no aka se me ya de be kire musika kra me tan mo de ye me nyan mo ho onwunu mo ya kromfo mo ya mammoyefo mo se o man ti mo ho ya me nwunu or say objective criticism. Objective criticisms. Ay Jemensa, uti kromo ha, ena Akufo-Addo, kachire wo yonko ba wo isi se ordinato, ena kwaje eye position. Wo kromo ha. You know, objective criticism. radio so Akufo-Addo ni Kennedy Japan Akufo-Addo ni Kennedy Japan nom wontumi timi ka se Charlotte say ene ndis mpanifo na de die ene onya saa position no objective criticism you know yes boy you know na man wo why easy no you are enjoying.
For ladies and gentlemen, recent years have raised concerns regarding the role of the media. Several media platforms which would have been used as spaces for informed public debate have been turned into vehicles for propaganda and sometimes sheer falsehood. We see the result in the deepening polarization of our dear country across party lines. Citizens no longer see things through the eyes of right and wrong. Indeed, this is a worrying trend, to put it mildly. And so as we go to the polls in December 2024, it is important that you bear in mind that media freedom, while sacrosanct, does not equate to freedom to deceive. You should rise up and take up your roles as custodians of the truth. You are duty bound to do so. That said, do note that we at the Electoral Commission are not above scrutiny. Scrutinize and criticize our work as your role requires, but do so objectively. Criticism laced with insults and falsehood should be beneath you. I reiterate once again that we are partners with you in this quest to build our nation. We must all put Ghana first and work to ensure that irrespective of the side of the political divide,
to brand Obi a wife, Obi a daughter. So the netuna kwaji easy position. A kwaya Akufo-Addo nom de Charlotte say fa so no na ama na wo Mensa what wo. Now you are asking for objectivity. Who determines what is objective? Who determines it? Objective objectivity ne kala to say eye tuntuma na eye kokko. Why na mark ade eye objectivity? Who is the marker? Who is the examiner? Mensa, are you that stupid? Are you that foolish girl? Omo no omo your friend says sir for no would deny omo representation no. We are objective. We are objective. Just because I'm a woo, ebetimi awini hohoi. O katem krofo off. Edin trogu omo so. We are objective. We are objective. That for the first time in our history, under the Fourth Republic, Yakwa Parliament and Crophobia and your representation, Omuni come up for. You don't even know how Omu place a develop it. So Omu, so Omu Yada, nothing. Are you being objective to the people of Sa? And you are coming to ask for objectivity. Are you mad? Say what about them, Sergeant Mensa? About them straight. We will subject you guys to the same cap. I am the man Ghana for no ye. Nadia Mupebi Amwaye. We want you guys to do your worst. Mufisi Ajimi on. Who deny Nkrofobi? You can say, where be Ghana there? What are you doing? Because you have state power. Oh yeah. Now quiet because Obi Esewechi ekura state power. Yeah, that's wrong. I think I need to find time. Na me yin yemo mo kafa Charlotte say won nyina tapes ni nyina ne abodi nyina wo ha. Wo be fe. Owura be ho. Hopsi adoye eslo wusu. E Canada Japan. Krofo na na lead attack no. Wuntumi. Abronye. Go to a man FM na ko pick tapes. Wo be fe. Ya no na amen ne wanya baby tie. Wo se me emfa saa bi nyawo. Ha next year de mo betin sam o. Enti mo nya ready. Gisa mo kun ye nyina. Ye be ma mo akum ye nyina agu. Mo betin sam papa. Mo betin sam papa. We will use every means to reach the people. Any means possible. Sure. And kwajo pon kruma kra de ndie memo how also the National Action Plan to Combat Disinformation. And Crawford Jubilee House. Throw it out a friend say misinformations sa boy no has to go say why no koni wall koni Facebook wall kokohwe ni tego koni Facebook kokohwe mo onkrofo mo tua wo mo ka to misinform the people. You have people mo tua mo ka ya taxes no na mo de bia ma sa stupid boys we omo di wi na mo akire omo say nkonko di ntronkyere nkrofo. Just go and misinform the public. Go to their Facebook wall. Kojo Bankroma. Kojo, you see, you are a brother. You are a brother. Sometimes you are not adding, mommy. You are a brother. But say omo jimi amfa won konkoshim. Go to a Jubilee House, boys, no. Call Facebook page. Hey, yasada yi bebragu ho. Bebre. Go to their page. Na ko hwan could you believe say omutimi kofa ese edu nkatia ayi a doctor or Jubilee House and omo ade beto omo Facebook time omo nsa amanfo ani aba ho no omo dibika koyi na ade na amanfo ayi dadada ewa na me I won't waste time on it and play it back ewa kwajo munjai sa ade no mudi agra mo bo position krofo be ha mo munjai mo na mudi bone no o wi anu obegina bante no say ye hu dede ana say mo pese mo chese mo ye first class citizens. Really? We are first class citizens. Emra chibinum, emra en chibinum. Tell us, Kojo. Tell us. If you are able to tell us, say yes, you are first class citizens. Momono ya sankwa second class citizens. And yen ye room, you are our slaves. Se mutibika sa achre ya. Fair. Me Bobie Matiase. Say you assembly wa Jubilee House MPP for na eka. You assembly wa Bobie entimi nka. Mode o tiny bone yaw envy jealousy ina mode bu o man woni brebre woni breade adane baye and you can't even think straight, you can't even think through, and you may correct, you can't think properly about it. Mon kola ye omko radio so koye omko social media koye mon kashe mon panesi obia yati kroma na bronye atimi akotra radio say joma ama kwose sa akode abaga na ebeye ku You say Abronye has been acquitted and discharged. Onye bonibia. Canada Japan akwa any video say Stephen Tim Airton State Lands na Jubilee House for and etwitwa aviation sase. Me a me bo Canada Japan tape no ya nchi Canada Japan. Me a me bo ni tape no any attached video wa onipa dasani aviation asase so adwuma Rebecca se ne bu afu yaka Queen Elizabeth ho asem enti na tikwa da fom na nsem hye ya wa hye England for man no entire ni bi wa kan kon ya yirim no de osia ko mo atwa ne picture ezo yo hu ze bruni we gadangbe behave as that, be proud of your tradition neja de oye ye ho no enti Rebecca buafu yes Rebecca say yemra me fa nkonkotum na ono ne buafu di abronya kan ne de meme kan na me ni asuso no a Rebecca na wukunu ane eske buafu nom ani adubu an nom na mo bonto ano na me nim se me nyina baba be hu good governance from them. I'm shocked because me dey tete mo asantemam and why ne no omote omo ye maye believe say beyond MPP leadership we no unya good governance oba bia omo no mba kromo dwo utimi kasa e ma ho tow na na omo akofa nkola mienu enkola fa kwasa nkola bi sese nkwasa asemo mu di no any church of questions near brainwash wo mo abe 1 month into uba ya busa say Mr. President, why are you able to be calm in the face of criticism? And then akola no hu so ye calm. Won no. Akola no na Jubilee House o. Akola we won na Jubilee House o. Say nyam na mo tro ade na ma no. Eye then akola we hunu say you are always calm in the face of criticisms. Meanwhile, ujira wa wunua wo age mate Rekubrobe oso usia na yi ase na don se be wonani wo shekufo ni de wo si dintro no o dintro utimi say yeah what was straight evil wa wunua wa wo age mate Rekubrobe na so wo akufo adon sama wo ye nipa o politics mu sa time no mu gina mo national now you are nowhere na do hu betwitwi wo mo sa oso usia na yi ase sa denti no waka asem na do nse ko wonani yeti kroma ema adakabre eba ofie na wo te no warning. That's it. That's the work, you know. You need, and that's the nature of the typical Ghanaian, and that's good guys. Unni mutrimu say we nipa unya tolerant. You know. We didn't trust them penny, didn't trust them yame, didn't trust them nkwala we, we did trust them omo, nkwala nkiti we, we destroy omo by telling them how to do propaganda. Here Akufo-Addo with tapes, with videos. Here Nkrofo confrontations. Kwajo Aponkroma. Your friend say debate. Woni Mahama debate. Kwajo Aponkroma. No ye moderator. Ye hunu de Kwajo asema na Kwajo Aponkroma be kan. Kwajo Aponkroma so otisi animu ha na abayire ne mene. So obabo no. Kwajo Aponkroma, the tape is there. Kwajo na be kan me man kobi. Kwajo Aponkroma na be kan. Nya nkola ni busewa na wakotire nkola na de na wudi ntro. Say, oh, that's the nature and blah 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 blah. Kwajo, on this matter, a healthy Ghana. We want to live as one people. Just munya fair and we are okay. Just be fair. Just be responsible. And we too will be responsible. If you people decide to behave recklessly, the Ghana media will also behave recklessly. The last resort is attacks because you have the guns and the weapons. But one day, one day, I keep on telling you guys this. Cantonments, Laboni, Nsase, prime areas. Build this at 10 near the other. Your friend is a motorway actually once arsenal. Mona training in Alpha. Mona more properties. So you keep on doing it. Keep on attacking Ghanaians, killing them. Keep on. Obianga se munya says you. No. Continue. But remember that the more uye ni party, the more na not orphan who are. You see the power. Yeah, Ghana for this year. Your friend is Rollins in 2000. When say 8 years, Rollins 19 years. That time was screening military nina bibia commando. Who knows so? You guys, a fairness. Me, if I wake up and say, yes, oh, Bobie too kwai. Oba no the contraband goods abewura Ghana. Evidence ni. Na so de mebekọ eha ene Guantanamo Bay kra. Minim say my form state. But say kwayo mo ya mo aju say mbe use force a. Ade nipa kwaya nipa de mo be fa so okrom ano. Mo be dwiri mo. Sa idea no amwanya say next year no ba be crack down on free speech no. Mo be dwane. Kwayo ka kire kandapa. Mo be dwane. Mube Johnny. I'm telling you. The fact that you keep on attacking Ghanaians and everybody is quiet doesn't mean Ghanaians are timid. Munya mo primaries no Saturday. Na fe de ba omianu mra me yi ne running mate. Na jo mama ensu fa ne running mate. Ni yem bia agro no mu. Mube you will see. Any part of the create a fair system. Me nyina ye ntrasa Ghana fo anuafo. Me ye bone a freme ka. Woso oniema a wo ye no ye no pepepe na me hunu se me de oman ahye obi nsa. Na nipa na me de oman na ahye ne nsa no, oye responsible person. When you do it that way, why? Me Jemensa me electoral commissioner. Me try the biako baby Jemensa what Danny we say. Akufo-Addo me president. Me money din da obiase ne wiase say me de na dey. Me ni kodidi woni fie. I don't need him. I don't need him for anything. I don't need Baumia in my life for anything. Nothing. Zilch. I don't need you. Yeah, we are Ghanaians. Ufri fear me free me fear free wale me free mampon. Ufri chebi me free ma asante mampon. Eno offenso. Hindi mi yama adi ame yama adi adwini ko fie. Me nwini nko chebi. Uhumi apa achi ame. Upa atwam me pa me cha pa me twam. But the moment me de me taxpayers money Ghana for the no, you cannot just bully us and walk away. And you are talking about media misinformation. Yamo binchamo. Na me say want to me TV no so. Aha. Upon kruman ko so am power am power say why no. Your friend guy no say. Morris am power. And can no can so mo frɛ mo resample abegina National Theatre no busa no questions kakra. Ko tie nsɛm a wo keka. Twantro to nkrɔfo so. Ko tie nsɛm. Asa afei de omo ku $500 million ni $800 million and $700 million so. You see? You know misinformation and answer area. You know media ni bi the kind. Dabi media ni na kan $500 million no media ni na kan uti free media ni bia no se ba omia e supporter na aka Kwabena Ansah antino anchio ti ya ka misinformation a ya no ya nhwe Kwajo me obi tse kwadwonum se ni ana omo de no kwa ya me ya me kanda pa se wanyina wie omo no mo di bone a ofa na se odie no awu akọ ba kwadwo be come on you fufo no okrom ha o you go to a position e be come on you fufo no okrom ha you have more years ahead of you and the years ahead of you no so odwene how you are going to live with your fellow brothers and sisters. Tise nkokorafo na ya ade a quickly no mu na yese mo catch up say no papa ade we yenye ni say mu create problem na ato ama ye keke. Stop it. Mame enti eye boko ayin influo. Boko no me what video say 3. So give me the military one. Hwe Mame nkasen we Ghana ni bia ensore enso interest e was state brutality so. When the government start using the state power against civilians, the Christian Council, the Islamic Council, the Traditional Council have a responsibility, just a minute. They have a responsibility to speak out when the state starts using weapons, unleashing brutalities on citizens. Ma obi anya quiet. They tell us, Sasabe Kronfo Krawachinwa. They talk about instant justice. Instant justice and a course in Major Mahama. In the end, you preach to discourage any action. Ye a civilized society and a sovereign people. We have our laws and ye clear. If somebody is wrong, you take the person, bring the person or drag the person before the court. Court to dinner same way, no see a finding you guilty. The punishment, ewo. Let me say this. Meme ya santini. Enyame na mebeka mamprusi ni kusasi for asem. I have no right. Enyame na mebeka di odi for any di odi bem. It's none of my business. But they are our brothers. The Mamprusis, the Kusasis, the Dagatis, whoever. I see the person as my brother. When I see a Mamprusi, I see the person as my brother. Mimi fie Mamprusi ni you fie Mamprusi for we have lived with them. Okwamamponsesia, they are there. Mamprusis, they are there. Aselata. Onimo mama no papa say eya ni say on edimachi. She is there. O Mamponsesia wawo. Ukoye fia ye Mamprusi din bebre wo. So my interest is say look, eyenuafo mienu na enya asem. Can we sit them down and talk about it? Okay, so watch this video. Miriam Mababe can say me achiro. Ebia me asem we me nkan won asem bebre.
Your body like this. Bambu pato busi la.
Apato kanga.
Pato kanga jungola. Mi was zugara ko bamba.
Ay so bambu ba busi ala ya, ha?
When the boy song.
Bambu ba busi ala ya. Ya ka sip de son par ba bu piko.
The kwana champions no waya no.
Say man pamba video baby.
So the para no. Bamjini yene kwa rawa wo.
Awana. Malamuna aled ya.
Dar ko mutara ka wana ba. Oya ko bulpu mana zo kin. Be ko ni. Ni man no hi. Onora yila o bana mwako yi. Onora yila.
Kandapa. Uye onipa we say. Then one day you go to opposition. Angaken. Say nipa we bet nya twa no yire no ma e wo ba bia mo bia. You are injecting pain into the system. Oh, ayi your friend say me o sajuma obeye no. The MPP the MPP decided under Kufuor say 19 years of Rollins. Omo NDC for. And they did it. Yeah, Kufuor, they did it. Mills buy, you know. As much as Bebre in NDC and Ghanaians disagreed with Mills' approach, you know, for me, I think it was the best that, hey, we can't keep on fighting each other. Let's come together as one people. Japan, our NDC for only Ghana for Akumem. There are some people who are NPP NDCU. Always at a point in time, they want to see change. No, punish them. Punish Kufuor and his people. Sometimes, as a be, almost every day, someone will call me and ask me, baby, President Mills war. Or to be for flight with catch and say President Mills call Nigeria or call sorry. Or to be for flight free hack, no question or copacho. As a be, as a mom watching. And whom we know much more to be sure almost an master as we look at you. More. Cry. It will be almost an master. That was the uncancer of me now. Now, one more some day, a woman some to say, you know. President Mills decided, I said, no, yama calmness, embra. Adia ma Rollins ene Mills entemanjo bepem se omo nyina nya me de frɛ omo sa de no there were families no mo buafu this PNC is it PNC or CPP chairman Mobila, how they killed Mobila. Now the family per revenge. At a point in time, now Bevlola Tenum needs to sit them down and talk to them, advise them. Tisa, go chasing Crofoni be physical. Some of the things that happened that time, maybe be a minimum. That time I was my neck deep in there. I know what was happening. And a system no Jew. Your mama take you over no need any option than say obe to ne Godfather airline. Mo buy no. Mo de yaw. Eni bre obi nima de kura obi ayemo. Yeah, met me yi and Kufuor various tapes, videos o. Ye de tie e shebi kon se e be hye no. Esie sometimes me try them share near me sisi Kufuor me share videos ni me say na busa me won say so Kwaku what were they talking about? The insults on Rollins regime and what was it? You just gave us one tyrant who is doing same. You just gave us one tyrant. Look, my second one. Me yi kandapa lete. Ya o chirokoma bokunaba achremo. Ne response no went me and can the cro. Exactly what?
Hello. Bana zumi wa kuboba mana. Basune. Hello. Bana zumi wa kuboba mana. Basune. Hello. Bana zumi wa kuboba mana. Basune. Hello. Bana tumi wa ko boba mana. Basure. Bana tumi wa ko boba mana. Basure. Bana tumi wa ko boba mana. Basure. Bana tumi wa ko boba mana. Basure.
Molete. A response every boku na aba ho. A call national security. Then I have national security kandapa a letter. What they call ma boku na aba. But you see, once again, me decide yes and come the letters ni begua. But here. Monfanto system no and now for Dacia Semuntia. Because that is not my focus. My focus no yet why they wrong and why they right. I have a problem with the brutalities. And for that one, Kandapa, ye be ye the dark or pim say we are say. Eyamo and a mother rolling stri chromo and yes, oh, you throw be jantwa. Na ya bet you na question a guard room. Ubana kwakuba kwa ha nani no can same way ya. No, those guys, especially Egbert Fable, that idiot. Sankwa siafo we nyina betre kromo akasa sa. Today they are very quiet, as if as someone say BBAC. No, as someone say BBAC. Sankrofo we as someone say BBAC. No, put the pictures there. Monshe die nipa ba echiaye. You took your boys. And munim say, your friend say, Ghana military nukusasi for home. Yes, you can suppress them today, but tomorrow, Kanapa won't me. We need Dominic need to have, but send Dominic need to a message that say, we are all waiting for him to come to a position and open his mouth on national matters. You better try one more. Because near ma with the power you know. Simon. And they don't use the mainstream military, no. Their own boys no more somewhat tare. Boys are moved to call Thursday night and ajo. Yen will be our pictures. Me a born ajo 12. Now Matia the cry air coso. Now we are watching the pictures. In this amount for the boys with pictures go go say look aban sesa. The worst thing you can do is any munyane monko pe baby intina. I didn't think some create that atmosphere. Hwe any penny say any power Ghana near will follow me on Facebook any penny. Onipa echnie. Eh yakufado. Now obaja nkuma ya chino bunu say ya. Wa wukura wo saman ebe ya wo de. Ya chi wo ba ebunu say ya. Na Angakan mu pia Ghana ekọ Mali Niger way. Yes. Obianya state power obetua mo so ka ama mo hu bedwiri mo. Mo yembe hyem mo abusuafo yembe hye wo mo. On say na say Rollins ma mo yem hyem one ena o ma mo yem hye mo baako but o yen kitwa bi mo ante ase. Satan mutumi di Rollins won throw kire ya na enyini wa santememu ba no. This time around enye ye because now say data internet environment no be biago ya the betre say look this is how you guys rule Ghana. And therefore you have no right to complain when you are faced in the same situation. Adosun Oye nipa o. No matter what the nipa na ye biara no. Oman ne mra se untimi ntriti onipa. Wabra undi nasem emo no kwadu. Edos you can splash it. Why? Or uhwe de bi anim aye omonfunu emma unia you free so na manum kura to you free so it's okay nuafo enu omonye asem Adakufado, you guys should keep on supporting one faction. In Kagana, dear, your casmani a penipuma sibrew. Na bre na no adwo ne nyina yatena. So you keep on munya monkoso munya. Obi anka nkyerem se munyai. Munye mo. Me my only worry enka men kasa se yo. The way you see tie mo ewa santimemu ene niema na mo kande ehwohwa mo se mo de mo ani abie mo ani ate se mo de mo so jimi nkwasiafo kora de me hu bi da wo ka se MPP ni ye kwasia underestimated. Very foolish people eni kwa so ye wo de mo tram o man mu omunya nipa o more complete. They don't behave as humans. Omun nipa feeling. Yes. For Alan Chemati to walk out from that party tells you that look, because Alan Chemati is mere UP a personality. Bane soko. Yes, oko. Because when we say nipa, and one more they are not humans. Yeah, the kind of videos ni be me one. Yeah, you cry Facebook be block here. Why? Dear nkwa. Gabi afa ni protege ni small boy akwatra na share security dankwa. Dean, dean, a moment to me for fomo. A dear, a moment to me, air for fomo to say. Dear. Muntimi ntra Ghana so even 15 years die. Can muntimi. 2024 ebeye Mosesini. Nje den na nibre aba. Mu di nipa bone a mu nhwe mu achi. Mimi nim nkrofo a Rollins efiri akonya so na eso mu dwane. So you can use your voice, but people know, they know your voice, they know them. All right, so Dr. Thomas Winsome Anaba, he is the NDC parliamentary candidate for Garu constituency, Upper East. Doc, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, and good afternoon to your listeners. However, I can barely hear you.
Okay, so is it better?
If you can increase the volume a little for me.
Can you kindly check your phone, because I think we are okay here. I can hear you. Are you okay? Can you hear me?
Okay, I'm okay. You will try. Yes, I can hear you a little bit better.
It's better, right? Okay, so thank you for joining us. Now, Dr. Anaba, quick one. With the Garu people, do I mention Kusasi or Garu?
Come again?
Should I mention Kusasi or I should mention Garu? Which is which? Because this morning...
It's Garu.
It's Garu.
Garu is the town.
Okay, Garu is the town.
Under the Kusasi Traditional Council.
All right. So does it mean that those who were attacked by the military, are they all Kusasis?
No, they are not all Kusasis.
Okay. So can you kindly explain to me, because some of us down here think they are all Kusasis.
Right. Garu is made up of various tribes, predominantly Kusasis.
Mm-hmm.
We have Busangas, the Bisas.
Mm-hmm.
We have Hausas. We have
Mm-hmm.
Fulanis. We have Ashantis, people from the north. We have Evers. We have Bimobes, who are also a lot.
Yeah.
And then we have Frapres. So Garu Township has a lot of tribes in it.
Okay.
But the predominant tribe of the whole Garu constituency are the Kusasis.
So which means it will be wrong for anyone to say that the Kusasis or the military attacked the Kusasis, right?
Right. It would be wrong to say that they attacked Kusasis.
Yes.
Yes.
It's wrong,
It's
right?
wrong to say that they have attacked Kusasis.
Okay.
If the person has researched and the motivation was for them to come and attack Kusasis, that one is yet to be proven. But as of now, what they have done is to attack the Garu people. But they also attack people in Timpani, which is Kugri.
Uh-huh.
Bugri.
So what motivated this attack? What happened?
From what we picked from those who were, and from the National Security Minister's press release, it is in relationship with a supposed national security vehicle that was shot at in Garu. A week ago, a national security vehicle, alleged national security vehicle, came to Garu. No one has ever seen such vehicle in Garu. It was moving in a strange manner, slowly and stopping at particular points in the town without rolling down their glasses. They didn't know who was inside. And you know, Garu is part of the Kusasi traditional area where there is tension and tribal conflict. So the people also are very well informed on how to protect themselves. And there has been some killings of unknown vehicles in Binduri, in Zebila, so Pusiga. So people are very well alert when they see a strange person a strange vehicle moving strangely. They would definitely like to know who is there and what it is carrying. So the people of Garu, when they saw that vehicle in that evening, hovering in the township without knowing who they were, suspected that there is something fishy with that car. So the assemblymen and some people decided to approach the car, ask them who they were, what they were doing in the town, and what they were carrying. They said they were national security operatives. Then they said, okay, if you are national security operatives, is the representative of national security here aware of you? Is the police commander aware of you? Is the regional minister aware of your coming? These questions come from the backdrop that national security operatives in Boku, 4 bulletproofs, use military national security ammunition, went and killed almost 10 people, went to another place to kill people, and the person was gunned down. National security operatives. So when they said that they did not trust that they were really national security, so they said they should take them to police station. They didn't do anything to them. They followed them, guided them, and handed them to the police, and asked the police station to tell the commander come. The commander was not appearing. They asked that then, if they think they are national security, they should prove. They gave out some identification. The people quickly took the number and also decided to cross-check to see whether that number was really a national security number and whether that number was registered. To their surprise, the information they got was that that number is not in the DVLA system. So it brought in more confusion. They gave their ID cards, but even with that, they still said that they were not satisfied until they hear a command from above that they were national security. Then they asked, okay, let's see what they are carrying. When they finally opened the car for them to search, they have 4 sophisticated military rifles, modern ones, and ammunition, M16s, full of ammunition in the vehicle. So the people were now skeptical. How can this vehicle come and be hiding here that loaded with these ammunition? From the knowledge we have from national security, they don't have a standing armed force. So we don't know how, they didn't know why these people should be carrying such ammunition. There was a problem looming in Boku that they are going to do some festival, and then they were going to bring in the chief, the Nalerugo chief installed as the chief of Boku. They were going to smuggle him in. So they were going for that. So the people were apprehensive and said that no, let's see in the boot of the car what is there. And they said the boot could not be opened. They didn't want to open. So the people were suspicious. Now we suspected a car. They said that national security officers. We don't trust national security because of what we have experienced. They've opened the car. Now we've seen heavy weapons on them. We've seen bullets on them. National security operatives. Now open the boot, you say you will open. So the people were there talking to them to try and open the boot, let them see what is there. It was there, and then some people from nowhere rushed to the was shooting from the bush towards the police station. By that time, the security operatives were inside the police station. Those they arrested, they sent to the police station. Then there, they took cover. The people who arrested the car and went there also took cover and ran away. Now they called for reinforcement. Those who shot the car were nowhere to be found. And now those who were standing there were now said to be trouble causers. This is what happened to the military, the national security vehicle. It is there that the following day, when the military arrived, they took the vehicle away, took the car, the ammunition away, and just sat. That's a Sunday dawn at 2 o'clock. A team of military of more than 200 military officers in buses, armor cars, MOACs, or whatever, stormed the Garu township and started beating people mercilessly, asking them their guns. Bring which guns, they were asking them. If you ask that, they will beat you the more, that they should bring their guns.
Wow.
This is a community that has, fortunately, identified a military vehicle or national security, alleged national security vehicle, and suspected that it was carrying dangerous items. And really, when they went to the police station, they were carrying dangerous items. Let's take it that these people were really not national security operatives. If they were terrorists, wouldn't you applaud these Garu citizens for doing a good job? But rather, because they shot at the vehicle, and who knows who shot the vehicle, the military and the national security have no idea who shot the vehicle. You rather come and terrorize those who gave the police station to be built. Those who monitored the vehicle and identified, they see something, say something. Those people, you've come to beat them mercilessly. That's because the national security minister says because they molested people who are protecting the territory of Ghana. If you have sent people to come and fight terrorism in Garu, Kandapa, I'm asking this. If you have sent people to come and fight terrorism in Garu, do you liaise with informants in Garu to fight terrorism, or you Accra, Kumasi to come and fight terrorism among people who don't know them? Would it bring problems? Doesn't Kandapa know that Garu and all the Kusasi traditional areas are at a security state because of the conflict in Garu? There's serious insecurity. For you to send people nobody knows in a car that they've never seen, coming to hover around communities that people never expect them, and having the background that people have been shot, killed by unknown vehicles like this, would not try to arrest that car. So I think that the national security operators, they didn't do the right thing. Because the DNI operatives in Garu was not aware of their coming.
Yeah.
The police boss was not aware of their coming. The DCE of Garu was not aware of their coming. So their presence is shredded in secrecy. And
Now,
it is
now,
suspicious,
Dr.
even
Nava.
up till now, because that very car, the number is not registered in the DVLA to show that it is a usual car. There's
Now,
a suspicion
Dr.
that
Nava.
the car is a private car, but we are hearing that it's national security. I want the national security minister to give us the detailed owner of this vehicle to prove us wrong that this car belongs to national security and not to a private owner. Because the name that is linking to this car is not national security. And I won't mention it. The name that is linking to this car is not a national security car.
But is the name a known name in our body politics?
I said I won't mention the name.
No, I haven't asked you to mention.
We are getting the details.
Yes, I haven't asked you to mention. I'm asking you whether the name is a known name in our body politics.
Oh, no. I don't know whether he's a known, we don't know whether he's a known politician or not. We are continuing. We want the national security minister to give us, to go to DVLA with the chassis number and tell Ghanaians, you journalists who follow him, tell Ghanaians who is the
No, unless you give us a lead, that will also help us to follow the story.
The national security. You are journalists. You can also investigate. We would conclude on our investigation. The first thing we know that the name there is not national security. That is the first thing. When we conclude, we'll tell you.
Did they attack?
And you see, what is more worrying is the act of vandalism and hooliganism and unpatriotic behavior, inhumane behavior, that the people that our tax, these monies are used to train them, have come to perpetrate on the people of Garu, innocent people. A poor child of 6 years was beaten by police, by the military.
That is what I wanted to ask. Did they attack children, including women?
They have attacked a child of 6 years.
6 years.
Asking him of his father. It happened that The pajamas he was wearing to sleep was camouflage. And they attacked the small boy, asking him, I don't know where his father is. And told him that you can't beat me because I've done nothing. Can you imagine this? They beating an old man who was coming out to urinate frequently because his prostate had a problem, broken his hand. The old man have guns. Can they tell me that if actually they were looking for those who shot the car, is that the method professional military and to use to arrest those who shot at a national security car? In the U.S., we heard recently, not up to a week, the man who shot at 40-something people. How did they arrest him before he killed himself? They formed a group of security personnel, thousands of military and police, hunted him, even gave protection to the man's family, and they went to arrest him. That is professionalism. This is a replica of the unprofessional way of the national security to come and look for terrorists, as they claim the people were here monitoring terrorists. That was unprofessional. Let me tell you, Garou, everybody in Garou has a family in Togo across the border.
Okay.
An example is the Kwabena chief who works with the national security. He's a chief in Ghana, but he has subjects in. Me, the one talking to in Togo. Garou people are the best people national security should liaise with to fight terrorism. But they have not done that. They say they have sent people here to fight terrorism and we are chasing them. Did you liaise with man in Togo? No terrorists can leave Ghana and go to Togo because those are our relatives. And no terrorists will come to Ghana because those in Togo will tell us. That is how linked we are with those in Togo. That is how strong we are to identify a car that was suspicious. And finally, we realized that it was carrying guns and ammunition.
Now, Dr. Anaba, how is the current situation?
The current situation is mourning, anger, pain on those they're beating up. Because we just rushed one person to Tamale. We have taken one person to Bolga. One person is in Widana for a tummy because the beating ruptured his spleen.
Ooh.
There are people with fractures. And the hospitals have run short of medicines. Volunteers have donated medications because you know our hospitals. The health sector is kaputting in the hands of our president and his people in National Health Insurance. They made people to drink gutter water. By pushing their faces into gutter water, they have no option but to drink it to be able to breathe. They have to take dewormers and antibiotics. So the situation is not, it is that people are having some apprehension against the military and the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces for allowing these hooligan military group that came to Garou to perpetrate this crime. We don't expect this on Ghanaians. The Ghana Armed Forces was set to protect Ghanaian life and property. They were not set to come and brutalize Ghanaians and their property. They even beat people, took their phones, took their money, broke people's doors. How do you beat people and take their money?
Wow.
And their phones? That is how far they've gone. So as of now, we are mourning the people who are suffering. We pray no one dies. We are doing our best no one dies. We are gathering data. And this will not go unanswered. It won't go the Ashaman way.
Yes, but Dr. Anaba, when you say this will not go unanswered, what can you guys do? They have power. Kandapa is wielding power. They have
there are courts of competent jurisdiction. There are agencies that we can approach.
Do you have confidence in Ghana judicial system?
We would go, and the public will see how the judiciary behaves. We would go, and the people will also see. You know, the public can also judge. So, and if the judiciary continue acting in the way that people don't believe in them, then a day will come, will also arrest the judiciary. We will say we don't have confidence because we've not taken this case there. There are cases that they've handled and we are not happy. But we will continue going there because that is what the law says. And we want to be law-abiding people like we did taking the car to the police station. We want to continue to be law-abiding. When we realize that the laws are not working in Ghana, we have various forms of behaving. we can demonstrate, we can do whatever, we can call for whatever. But for now, the legal process we can follow is to make sure we get the needed information, get lawyers to advise us the step to take. But we need to check, we need to look for that redress. We need to look for answers for this. We need to get to the bottom of this.
Do you have any idea as to how many people were arrested?
There were 8 people who were taken away, and we are told they are in Accra. There were 205 people who were beaten mercilessly, and they were in the hospital yesterday. As I speak to you, 25 of them slept in the hospital. Some are being discharged today. By the close of the day, we'll know how many will be discharged, and some of them have been taken for surgery and further treatment outside Garu.
So what is the regional minister saying? The DCE, have you guys seen him around? Has he been able to go to the various hospitals to visit the victims?
In fact, the regional minister came this afternoon to the palace of the Garu chief to sympathize with what happened and offer some little personal support, and promise that they are waiting to release the people they arrested to Accra by close of day. That is what he told us. And we made him to understand that the police in Garu have also refused to give the people police medical forms to go for it to be filled.
Really?
And yes, they've refused. I went there personally, the relatives. They've refused to give it. That order from above. That above, we don't know what that above is. It's only Jesus we know is above. We don't know who is that above. So we have reported to him, and he said he's going to talk to them to release the medical forms. We are going to get all the medical forms for everybody filled. Legal action will take place for now.
So what about the DC or the MC?
The DCE came with the regional minister. He brought him in together with the Tempani DCE, whose people were also beaten. The MP is in Accra. In Accra, he's even offering some information. He has not been able to come home. You know, Garu is far from Accra, and as an MP, he's into committees. He entrusts that we are here, we are communicating closely, and we are working together closely, because he's going to be I'm going to be his successor. So we are working very, very closely.
Well, I've read some communique between Bokonaba, Abu Grago, and the national security. With that issue, I don't want to touch on it. I don't want us to go there. But then, what is the chief saying?
What is which one?
What is the chief saying about this issue?
The Garu chief. No,
Yes.
The Garu chief has condemned the act, military people, the brutalities meted to his subjects. He has condemned it with no uncertain terms. And he is not even very happy. The only thing that has pacified him, perhaps this evening, is the possible release of the people they sent to Accra. But for now, he's not happy. He's part of any release coming from the Zugran, the overlord of the Kutasi traditional area, it binds him, and he also approves it. So he can't give a separate statement from what the Zugran of Boku tradition. They only came to see him as affected, and he told them he's not happy with what they did. And they have also told him what they are going to do. They will work with government to see what they can do.
All right, Dr. Anaba, thanks so much for speaking to us.
Thank you very much.
Bernard Mona is in the Chief Bernard Mona is in the studio, and he wants to ask you some few questions, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Young man, how are you?
I'm fine, sir, comrade.
But you just have to take it calm. I think that what you have communicated for me is sufficient for the entire nation to know the kind of national security we have.
Okay, so hold on. He's finding difficulty in hearing you. If it's a question, then let's go. If it's not a question, then he can drop off. Then
that's okay.
Okay. All right, so Doc, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. I think, sir, on your difficulty, even with me, on your difficulty.
No, that place has a problem.
Yes.
But only.
Yeah. Mame Mamu Kwabena Ansah. Kwabena. Agrex. Kwabena. No, you go straight. You go straight. Discussion.
And say gas na bufu okroma ye ni bedi abedi no economy no kura nko ye na ade obesi so 2 minutes ya we mu ntutuo sa no entimesira ya no akope sika no ogi wi a na ade bra ya kura no wa mo adwuma well we don't mind ya ba je ne sa ana wie kase bon ma kenkanfo ayamem garganto aledi wa hene bwa kasem bo wa hene mena
odi asempa kwame apomaso mensa ne die kwanso kase pono emu enkyeremu no eniem day and a gun am rasho de 4 year almost sorry asetena somna bi atwam ekonom wonoma san aba asetanum ebio ni nyinata ene sa enche biada na afi eba beko na wiye na osi ekwura afi from no sade parliament anasem pom rasho de 4 wo mo hyehyɛ esi etienom wo ma asetena etwato no ewo sa wo mutumi eri hyehyɛ so na amanebo no kyese ene day ebra wonoma san aba asetena wei ene de atoso yensa ewa afi ni mo no ana enam so ema abaninu medi awdo bi a eno ebebo pama komasika budget ya 2024 feel besim no wo ma ade eno asam aba beto wono enemo parliament wono na enemo no wo tremu sa opening kase ya wono ehwe government business committee no we ranking member wada wono ano ya osanso eyamra hye betwani ema de somto aba ewo amenfe wa sabato mpasua ya no ewo atamantamu ononyamfo Eric afo wono and was sorry Jenny Naso, ewa Ghana Mraso de Firma Anya, and Zanamo Efa Aya budget ono, Wodi Kan Ekan Asam, na Ananyas and Ketwa, and Raso de Famania Bread to Sakrodom, Anya, Wamaba Tanse, Wobobo, and Yoma home, and Yoma Wobobo Wininanum, was see a Babua Pama Pano, Yuma dear at me Aquasoft and Tumapa Ephraim, Ediama Ghana de Senso, Yankwan form, Eric Afo, Ebra N.A. Wodan Naso Parliament, na Wakasa Ediafa. And you also to me a sana empo afena to me akona wi no ho wapane nsam ni bini.
This meeting was very short, about 7 weeks, and as a member of business committee we met and we have discussed a lot of things. Mostly it will be very short, but the major aspect will be the budget, the annual estimate. That's the major work we are going to do this very meeting, and this budget, let me say, will be the last budget of the MPP and therefore we expect a lot of items, respect the estimates in it, and the expectations are many. And this is the time they'll try to load the budget with some of the things they cannot even fulfill. I know in this country that the major problem you have in this country is the road situation in this country, the flood, the road, and other things. So we expect the government to come out with a lot of programs as to how to, come out with these problems in this country, especially the flood, which is a very serious contingency that has happened in this country, especially the Volta region, Eastern, and some of the areas. So we expect so much from the government in the budget to put in so that it can alleviate most of the things that has happened in this country. So we expect so much. But this meeting will be very short, to be frank with you, with a lot of loaded, activities within the meeting.
I was here for now, and what you know, I'm a few words from Rasabatani. Now for Eric Afo Sato and some so Yanon so what can be chance and 12 for sir. One more sign Elshan Musa, Senakopon FM. Na Bibia and Simudia, and a cafe Yano. Na Billy son come there to Parliament. Yes, I Billy and no Efa gay. Wow, to the Mutu. Affair supposedly lesbianism. Queer media asa me any nabi, Sabio me dia. Etmunya me namanya diasam. Media sabi me ya knamai. Etimunyame na kanaman menya ne nioma munyame na me husa me ya dasan na menya dasan nioma anempo ebia me ya silver alomi Mamenya silver aluminium. Sani mani nyina LGBTQ+++. Ya manos elcha to no. Wasi se bibia ensidia. Ene kwambia sa no sansana. Wo mo bekwa kwadi bru no mbe sole so no. Na enso ma hwe wansam akan wi.
You see, this bill, we are all, expected that it should have been passed about 3 or 4 meetings ago, but we have not been able to pass it with a lot of problems. You see, it has to go through a lot of procedures and others. And as a member of business committee, this bill has been tabled. I think we are going to, it's one of the bills and other things that we are going to make sure we pass it before the year ends. So I think Parliament will consider this time. Let's hope so to be considered.
Ebisan for panin Kasia Motanen came where ranking member our business committee, ya no our Ghana Mrasha de Fiemo, when you can so one each mo, our Amenfi was Sabaton person no, our time and time one gentleman said. Emra Shabe Genima di Shomoto aba e wonomo na enu ache no sono onunyanfo Ahmed Ibrahim ya ono so eye Emra Shabe Dwani ema di Shomoto aba e obanta abaton pesia so ene ono so wokọ eye minority dom kuma ni mafama wo di makotene papa wono so gina naso no kasaye ne nsma waka nyina no egina National Cathedral nisie no sadia afia hyasiam na wonsam abobaba e di akwakosie emu sikasam si abeto aso anasempo yentime ento aso na bo sha mampani kwase nyankopon no ayekwa emenu akwatran chan se bia na mampani bia nyankopon befu no ene mpa bia nyankopon de beche no akasa Ghana for na mpra mansie teze na wonsam nyina no pani no wakan bi eno achenso budget wonsam ya 2024 eno neska botna ene ye ba afia besim no ye le bo man Ghana ho bia no nso wakan wansam bi we wie ya pa no sa tese mu ewo mentem wanse ye beto asrafo ene adehye wonom ewo garu ya nam so emasabra ye kasam ene garu adehye binom eda forest m ebi da afuom ebi kura hunso mo ba fiem ni nyina ene se yesi asrafo akwate agwom so ya wonom abro wonom onam for Ahmed Ibrahim ne nso no so kan ye no ebini.
Even these issues are there, then government will sign the project here and send the contractor to go and do. Then you say that same government should give you 400 million to go and build a cathedral? No. So that one is not over. And
what are we expecting from the house?
Oh, the expectation is that as we are coming, I know it's a topical issue in the country. Parliament is a forum for ventilation of grievances. And it's one of the national grievances. So today or tomorrow, between today and tomorrow, there's no way that topic will be absent in this chamber. It is something that is going to be discussed, or I know it will be commented on, and some actions will be taken. Because there are a lot of people who are talking on it. Much has been said. But by then, Parliament, individual parliamentarians, including the minority caucus, send donations to go and give to the victims. But this is the very first time that we are coming. So I know members will raise issues and even bring their ideas out about how best we can address that issue.
Last long, Garu.
Yeah, on the Garu issue, there is a pending issue before Garu came. There was Ashama, there was Nkranza South, there was Techiman South, then there is Garu. It's becoming unbecoming. And before that, there was a matter that was before a committee where the activities of policing in this country and the activities of the IGP were also under a committee. All should not just be by committee. So I know, as I said, that Garu issue will also not be absent in this parliament chamber. It's a matter that is going to be discussed. And I think as a country, we must find a solution, a lasting solution to such activities. I'm saying this because you.
Ebusan finance opening kasa so do ni chemu ewo eye minority dom kuma na fan wono nso so wodi akotene papa ewo nmu konim wono kran so emra hye badwani ema de so moto aba ewo banta abaton pesia so ni din ene onumnam for Ahmed Ibrahim na se we no eye adwenchaso nkom nyina to mo kyerkyere ewo eye parliament o enche biada ene eseten no ebehya asem fi se womse we do mani abre enioma bebre no na egu table so ya wo so mutimi ahwe no consider ansana empo afia kona wiye ama mo nso akona wiam kwakwadi buro nyanom wo ma sare wo no ma setena no eso na ye nantie se enche biara edom kase majority no wo mo so ba ba yan santwafo nhyiamdie press conference no mo akom nsam nyina de a chen santwafo em eno nti yeguso a ye poso emansa ye nsam troni havila kekali ya woto yan krafi Ghana na se de afie mo ye nsa ebeka no na de akoso nyatanom wo abɔ ne pɔ ba akopɛ no asane mu ade amenze sadia akwasa minority wo mo twam atwen majority wo bia nso nipa eche na atwen e wa asetom asan aba efa nioma wono mo ebeka ho asem yanto ansam so sensa kano a yede no eba bewem
ewie monfe mana guso awutie ye kase boy ewa 100.5 so eye one kase boy one video one kase boy one picture aho adwuma na na eguso aye boy de asomo afa ye pem de ani akere wasa foforo aso Volta River Authority mpenifo na epie montere so na wade atodwa ya wo chese Ghana foi ye nka mo bibia da entese akoso mo dam no wo mo bie ade akọ na wie ye enti Ghana foi nyina ye ntie na so pem na afa ye me ansha so na woto ankasem so na wade atodwa wo chese nkrata tintewe October abosome no ne de toso aduasa wa afi menrada and wade sansemfo we nyina da wade atodwa a kire Ghana foi nyina se encha na chese akoso mo dam na wo mu bie ya amanfo kire mu eso wo mu bre papa no ensuo ne nyina bari wo nkroto ahodo so na ade hye ne etimi afo ho adi na ye nyina enim sa September abosome no ne de toso du no mu afi mu na Volta River Authority mpenifo to wo boase na akoso mo dam wo mu bie ne de ne esi wo kroma na anu aden wo ye nani atorancham kese ne de Ghana fo nyina ye nim ho asem mpenifo de atodwa ya wo kire se South Turn na afeso North Turn na bato mpese ahodo bi ebembe no chase wo mo pa no wo mo ka mu a enya de dafa mo ya wo manfo dodo na so so wo mo hia mo pa enti nad mo mpenifo de atodwa wo kire mo ase nipa bebion beda kra ye dene ede mo no be 26,000 na chese ekwa anim ankasa na nso ne nyina mu no na Volta River Authority mpenifo wade atodwa ya wo kire se si ade akoso mo dam no ne bie no wade ne nyina kɔ na wie ye enti Ghana fo mo dam ma mo ntonko monkata mwani mienu afe monna sanse sia ne nso na eyire nyame ya adom a ewie guso ebonko ade ebewe kama na wo manfo atempasua no so wo matimi anya woti edidimu enti akwaba ne sa ne sie so wo mato obo asesa nkrotu ahodo ya wo ho eka nyina no ya bo spray a honom na sanse wo ye mu na abeto dwasem ADC amanyoko no wade nkrata tenten epie monten so we ya ne nkrabata ebutu framatemo en wo se Ghana basem one year ya pomodi adwumafo bes wo ha ene aduanan enum ya kyerese nsuo ne ye bie ye a wo ho kyere wo no Ghana ban enko mo mwesas wo mabre papa wo mabre pa enya de da fomo na sabe se oguso a wo ye adwuma wonim se o ye nurse ni doctor ni ya wo so mo community o manfo na ebe wie tiafe ye bie sutade ehwo ayire bebia beda kra de ne de mawo na nso nipa na to de bi na nipa na yade a woni choice woni option se ne esitie bia no ewo se sa nipa wotimi ehwe no na wenti ye kwa ama no so ya ni pani kwanchefo ya okasam de ma NDC amanyoko ne nkra bata fra mantamo sokpa Kofi Agbleze ya ne kwa kodi enkomo sa asemo ya wo ka kire Ghana bawe ne kwafa by power NSM wo pani akwa aba o
yo mi jo
na pomo te sen
by God's grace I'm fine
ya danyame asepa mo asem ya mo ka kire Ghana ban no bisa mo bota pa ne sen.
Yo, thank you very much. My name is Sokba Kafi Agbleze no Kofi. Yes, the spillage of the Akosombo Dam or the Arehuke here by Volta region, and it is so severe and lamentable, and we believe that for the people to recover fast, there is the need for us to pay much attention to essential workers, and these essential workers, the health workers, are very, very important in order to speed up the recovery process. When you take the South Tongue district, 76 of health workers have been affected. When you take North Tongue, 51 health workers have been affected, and Central Tongue, 18. So in all, 145 health workers within the 3 Tongue areas have been affected by the flood. But these are people who are to see to the fast recovery or attend to the larger thousands of people that have been affected by the flooding. So, these people have their homes washed away. Some have their houses flooded. Their families too have been affected. But we are calling on the government and other non-governmental agencies and individuals to see to the plight or needs of these people in order to ameliorate their condition so that they can quickly move to help the victims who are in their thousands. Let's take, for instance, South-Tong. In South-Tong, there is a hospital facility there called Richard Novetti Hospital, formerly called Komboni Hospital. This hospital has been flooded, and thanks be to God, the flood waters have receded. But when the flooding occurred there, announcement was made that people should come for their dead bodies, their loved ones that had passed on. And 250 people were kept in their mortuary. Some of the dead bodies were sent to the Sogakofa District Hospital. Some were moved to Ketu North and other facilities. These has put a lot of pressure on the hospital facilities within the southern zone of the Volta region. The Sogakofa District Hospital is a 65 capacity bed capacity hospital that can only admit 65 people on admission at a time. But currently, 87 people are on admission on daily basis, and some have to sleep on the floor. So you can see the extent of problems that is happening within the southern zone. So we are calling on government that since the flood has receded, they should give any assistance as fast as possible to the Richard Novetti Hospital so that they can quickly start operation. There are staff also within the Novetti Hospital that are sitting idle or are home. The reason being that these are not permanent staff of the hospital who are on GOG payroll. These people are being paid based on the internally generated funds of the hospital. So it implies that when they are not working or the hospital is not working, they will not be able to fend for themselves and even have the moral turpitude or the moral strength to even assist the victims or their brothers that have been affected. So we are calling on government and other agencies to give them some financial support, if possible some accommodation and emotional and psychological support so that it can ameliorate their condition to enable them help the victims that have been affected. This will engender the fast recovery of the victims that have been affected by the flood.
Yera kafu wadama umakope empenifu ana.
Yes, we have done that, and thanks to you also, we are also using your medium to also reach them. And I know that majority of government agencies and people listen to Accra FM a lot. And as we are speaking through your medium, it has also reached them. Definitely through your medium and all other avenues, the disaster was communicated and Ghanaians are responding. So we believe that, yes, through your medium, also as an addition, it will also reach them for them to quickly respond to their plight.
Mo sami amudi to dwe ya samwa eto asumu pa. Na saba wanye.
But interior.
Ni amika ne se saba na anya ni amohwehwe na edian ene gira yesi amubesie.
Definitely, I believe that the government will be sensitive enough to the plight of the people, looking at the extent of damage, looking at the extent of how the public is aware of whatever is going on. So in moments of disaster, the government have to suspend everything possible in order to affect the situation so that it will not aggravate. So we believe that the government would be able to listen to our call. But if they are unable, then the health workers themselves, they are also calling on government, they are also calling that their situation be ameliorated or they be cushioned. So definitely we believe that with their call and with the support from us also, the government will listen to them and then pay attention to their plight. We know that the Minister of Health is listening and other agencies are equally listening. We know that the Director of Health Services is listening. so that they quickly move into attend to their plight. We pray that it doesn't reach the point where a drastic action will be taken. No, we pray it doesn't reach that point.
And yet, you rock off where you my nasi, ya das a pania dagie, and in church, ma what ya my
Miso Midawasi.
Enti penny quantra for ya wadan kita hudiano, Edma and this yamanyo cone and crabatel from Mantemo, Yera sopa kafui agblaze, and yanina codim common church and myself for Tabiano. What they are to your Tiasra Ghana by any power one ya pomodia jume for ya worker on once and what do to know. Ya 145 was shared him say Ghana by a bet me aqua more emwa ya consent for froso.
And ye na ye consent for froso guswa ye puso manuel say and sabakam yen some Tonya Villa Kakali or Toyan Cram every Ghana Rasso de film na the aquaswan in a time sadom Cassia majority and in Tiasa 1 minute central for Beshiamu. Now no ma ene o mato to aduna kan sembe no de mbaka nyinata ya bonopano nso ya de abramu na ebre agusu pusu ma ye nsankan no no ye ka mo sa pram tuba kase bo ene wona mu nsam ya wesa ne doko etisa esiche ne wo ye kenkan dia free akra 100.5 FM de nduam no ene ye kai sa edi ade ncheche e wo station Saudi ya eno no abru edunum ene ekire so o mai kana fana ba bi biara eno nso kase boy edemu e wo honom and ya twansam no so na yade amamodia yade ne chiremu ewo tama isa baton pesua no so ewo ndi sam no koniti mu na wonoma aye dakro dwumadie bi eye 1 day capacity training workshop na botaya etai echenyinata ene se sade be ya wonom kasade man ndi sam no kono ewo tama isa wonom no womo kwa monten so akoton ndi sam no kono nsam ede ama adehia wombe mu ekwan a eye kwampa one betimi alpha sebekasem communication strategies ahodo na no men so beka na manfa age wonum atom na ebra wonum ayesa workshop no ene empanifo kuku dambim etisa national deputy communication officer ema NDC aminokuo no yewura eye Malik Basintele afei enso panya wo hwe emransem so edema NDC aminokuo no lawyer Eduji Tamaklo afei yewura Bernard Oduotachi BOT yo ye economist awabene ewo sikasam ene wo enchechemni ade no abusia wonum anyina ta kwase bi ya wate wonum nyam kama ekota adumade no achi na ene mo no ane yewura Malik Basintele wo panin kase ne ekasa no wose so mani abre esa krodom ebisa 2024 de woni aja wonum ho woso otimi eka nsama yensempa ya eto asoma echi akoma na eto akoma so ye etimi emeni pastor na adwene every baby na adwene ewo no watimi eba beti o masama wosu se eno ne asempa sade eba ya ene okurumdie no ebetima ko ediamandi sam no kono yewura Malik Basintele nsam yodi tudwa no ebini
abatwa ekomuno enye abatwa eda from BAD MPP etikakra we say mrebi a ejitumi efri omo se bia no e na ede this time yesu omo ohun kwan ya omo faso ejitumi free ensem na no asem no fa ekoye so bia ahwe nyema ekọ so wo ha wo be hu se ye the vigilance any tactics any strategy any edi nkunim wo ho ya amfasa strategy na nto ho egusu peja egusu kra na ye de benam constituencies no so achi omo kwan omo be faso edi aminanye tumi e omo constituencies de amaye your workshops ye chere nkrofo no kwa ebe faso ama every branch and every polling station etimi anya a piece of your message a beton wo hwe workshop ya chere omo nema bebre ye gusu chere omo se emre no so na se launch a manifesto mpo a kwa ebe faso ama na call even to the last person na kwa ebe faso a communicate a message ama na to obi asum because here in the NDC e di pa se ukra message na nkrofo no to message na I mean ebe ko ya mo to aba no so e di ama
Ewisanfa no panin kase amotene nka wono wokọ NDC amnokuo no ma wono ene panin abede eto hwe nkutawde so ema wono ma amanokuo no na eno akino panin so a ene wono ma emransam hwe so yebeka se director of legal affairs NDC lawyer Eduji Tamaklo wono so eka ya nensam de okan nata ekowie se idwumadie sonko a wono ma dia no workshop waye ediama communicators omo watama is wono no ade bia bebu pa bokwan ade ato no ewo bra enche bia de man Ghana ye ba beto aba
we will be a friend no asempatre no asempatre we don see the cinema van ade aban kurase ne ka nsɛm no ɛkyerɛ timamufo saa ne yɛpɛ communication no ɛnyɛ going into 2024 saa asɛm bi a yɛwɔ biara no yɛbɛtumi ayɛ dɛn ɛde akɔka ama nkurɔfoɔ hu sɛ Akufo-Addo ɛne ne baomia saa ɔma asɛyɛ ɔman atete ɔman no apansan ɛnɛ Ghana sɛbio na ayɛ krabɛhwɛ no ɛnɛ oyime na abɛto ɔman yi yɛmpɛ ne saa yɛpɛ sɛ yɛbɛnya a situation where yɛbɛtumi ama saa MPP fuo yi akɔ ɔmo yɛ Misraimfoɔ yɛmpɛ sɛ yɛhu ɔmo koraa yɛ dɛn ebio nti ehia sɛ yɛbɛma yɛamanyɔkuo yɛ branch communicators ne nyinaa no the power equipped with information saa ɔmɛtumi ayɛ dɛn akɔdi
ebusiamfo no sɛ ɔlɔyɛ ni a ɛne siam no kɔdi akɔtene papa ɔmalɔyɛfo no mu wɔno no mapaw ne sɛ wɔnhwɛ wɔmmerɛ nsɛm so ɛma ɔmo Director of Legal Affairs lawyer Edugye Tamaklo eno no na eno achi no panin kase baako ya wonim de power bene ewo sikasam ntutuamu ne amamuo mu woyɛ economist chartered economist sankasa Yewra Bernard Odo Tachi abanam name SBO to no so kan bi na monte de okan
but you see some Mahama fie efu aye bedo what you say be obi nka say obi pudo nhio but obuma kwan ma pudo share de yedwo nti obi bia no de odwen se bi Mahama adi bon no fa ne court I am not sure say Mahama ne control BNI in say odwen say Mahama aboma ne kro no wawia man ne sika wakoto airbus na aboma ne kro no prosecute Mahama for court. These kind of things will not wash kantete na omoya na yahwe omudin ba opam hufo ato ne bema onse ye bo omokoko yese osu bempa mamma o oba obagine ni so ode owo krom ha obi hu oba obehia mema on de se onene MPP me oto no pako bo obehia difo we ndis o number bia de obi e kan obi a se NDC ye de beto abana mam let's unite for power because me onam kroma de e fene se wodo ka nam na NDC ade san mu obi ani age enti we must unite for power. Look, Ghana for what to abanawi. About we now better nya fe ne yakoto yato, but it is up to us to protect the votes.
Ebsan for panin kasa woni de pa. Sikasam nkontabu amamuo mu ene baabi anani kire ho abene wom. Yewra Bernard Odro Tachi eno ne abodem name SBOT. Na wono kasa we mpanimfo sa mi ko bi ne manka bidie. Ya mamre mu yechiri eno ntenam so. Emma member of parliament ono so Tema East. Now for Ashai or Dampton, one also so Eka Kakanin Sama, what can you know, Ebony?
Of course, and no, Megidi say or more no more that and no more Abemu Bukacrano, Yetime Kenya or more, Efi and Nede Kono, Obiabe sorry. Empono, say Mube Kaya, ye Deputy Regional Communication Officer, Simon, or can be say every Friday, no, the Bepe say you say Branch Communication Officer, any social media activity biano, or bet the BBAD, and my you say, or Tiasia say, a Juma idea Shannon Sano, or by ye at the Abua partner, Nejuma. Ejumane say obetumi epeja John Dramani Mama esi akon consumer nkrofo hu ejumane say obepeja Ashai Odampton esi akon consumer nkrofo hu niema mienu na da yenim efi ene edikosi 2024 na ye kan sisu say obehwe na obi afa nchen na ono ana danfo na no no project no post emboayen na ye nka say obia enya nipa ba akopɛ nanso sisi ade eduro bia nka demo na enka John Dramani Mama ene Ashai
Ebsan for panin kasa motane kan wono ye mra hyebadwani ema de som to oba ewo tema Tema East abaton pasia so Unyamfo Ashai Odampton.
Ani abusia ya pem die ni akyerɛ mu wansan foforo aso. Na wade afoto mu odu akwa mama pemfo na afeso wane a hema nkwada no fo sɛ ya wo monko na afeso tuna ɛwɔ krom ase na mekri na afeso metal sɛ mu odu ahyɛ mu ma. Entu obesese kwa bia so pese batai oba ne nyini mu ya krabɛhwɛ pade a eni kwan sɛ monko na afeso tuna no da bia da na siwa no siwa gedem. Ani obeto obu ase awe ne benkum ni fa ya ne sɛ media no ana me call dokoba ne sa oba ne nyimu ne be ha ne papa Professor Richmond Ayite Dean Edema University of Ghana School of Public Health and what this answer for we nada why hyehyemu a wode atodwa wo kire se ebere mu eguso aye ka se Ghana se yensu no ene makri ne age aboso papa ena anim se makri no so se de nsuo mu anase apete wo nsuo mu no enama hodro nyina ye ya na wo mu num bi ekwa nipadue no mu na emom kwaba ne se wo ye oba pemfo for na se tuna na se mpomo nko no wokɔ wibi na mercury na hyɛ mo be ana se mpo ne metals ne emu odu no ebi wo mpapapa de na kyɛ sɛ ɔba no bia na afi ne wɔ form ya na dwene sɛ ebetimi abobɔ so kama no ya na ebe de ne pa adi ama saa so na kwaba ne sɛ baatan ya wo ma kwada no fo wo so kura bibi saa oni pedua no mu a ɛno so kura ya na ekutia kwada ne pa ne nyine emu na wenti ya kwa ama no so ya ne peni kwankyerɛ for Dr. Penny the Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic Dr. Bright Toko ya ne kodi nkomo na ya gye enkyerɛkyerɛ openi akwa ba o
yo minu aba ene watie for meji obi bia so
yo wadama yaso yaje wo so na se wa pombo kwade
nyame adom ene ahweye ene habamba habanduro a yede ye adwuma Greenfield aye fefe binti ye ho ye pa
yada nyame ase wadi afoto ma ema pemfo ne wani a ema nkwada no fo ese shrimps ne efra ne se monko na afisu tuna no eni kwan ese de bia da na esi wo ma no se wo mo ewe esanse mercury na afiso heavy metals egwomo wo ye Dr. Penny sa afoto we wo ho ne sen
yo me de professor IT eya adwen pa ye esan say mercury eye metal bia eya say koye too much e wo ni pedua ni mu a e di nsunsan so bebre e na eba da no bi etwa mu a kidney yare epeja na ho a na okokolebu a na even amanfo salaya atolai a empo dialysis no na ebo no kwa peja ni mu no me de sa adesua yi ema media house bebre say kidney yare enye ni nyina na ne kofa bae eye ensanom ana se eye niama bi a yete nim se ekofa ba na emo ndodo na gina nsu aye nom so akra FM bi aye nom no there is an amount of mercury ewo mo na sa mercury na wo nsu na se ye hwa ye nsu ni bebre no has been contaminated of high levels of mercury esan is a galamsey any activities environmental activities ni bebre no ama mercury ewo yensum no akodos pa ye nti se professor aide ekasa me ne ya adwen ye pa na wo yo ba pinfo na se wo yo bi a wo tai bi sa enam ya ya bobosu yi
monko ne eye tuna na
yes sa enam we wo yo ba pinfo na tai di sa monko yi any sa swordfish yi ena ebia tailfish fish no bi wo ho enam no di ne kra no oni mu fasodi e wo ba ne die ne so enam we dia ye me fe
me ko adopa
wo yo ba penfo ana so yo ba umma akola nifo a sa enam we no eno so enam bia so mercury wo ba se mercury na wo nam no e se ye less than 0.5%. sa pepe na in fruits ahura ye bi tomatoes contain high mercury power concentrated. Sabe na cucumber. Nyama ni bebre wo ho a mercury ewo mu. Nti apart from eno no nsu aye no no so mercury wo mu. Nti wo unya be fire fu, wo ye pregnant woman. Unya fire fu pe no se wo hwe because placenta no ye placenta no eno no se mercury no akola na o da ye fu no ono me fa no nya na aduane die na wan hwe yi a na wo de oba na wo tai di sa nyama na bra wa fa yefu a wo be wa kola no bo se no nya brain damage wo be feel say e bia wanya nervous system disorder sa kola no wo bo na bia wanya spinal cord problem ana se woni wanya vision na di hunu ana se obenya vision problem wan hwa na ni ente nwa da na so obenya hearing problem esani says we your bapping for and now tie edibisa nyama ya high concentrated foods mercury adults wo na eno no betumi ahaye pa inti me ne professor adwen wo sa ekwan so na mercury o tie adults wo ni padua no ma etumi destroy many parts of your body. It means say ebetumi ama wanya lungs problem, your lungs, and a kidney problem. Senior medi kan ye no. Inti dia say o you ba painful sa enam ana aduane dia mercury edos wo. Enye enam pe senior medical kan no. Even excessive consumption of some of the foods and also containing mercury no say ohwe na no so no utumi ebre na se ye na etumi ma wakola no ana akola na wawo no no another yefunu obetumi awo no no na watumi enya amodin a esefata na nkofa adwimu yare ambre no ankofa eniwa yare ambre no ana aso yare ameda ne so na odi akola echinchin epe emboa efi doctor for nsem o wakonya se obetumi aya hweye ewosa efan
ayi doctor ba ko awemu amene me wafa yeguso aye bobo ho na anam me kwato amonko ni sei ani tu na meside wo se we no mekri wom
yo nam no any tuna no ya was specific enam a ye kan wansem senior wo kan enye nam bia eho asem na ye kan enam bi ti say fish ahoro no ebi any say salt fish tail fish enna salmon koi enna tuna inti enye nam ba ye show say enam na wo ye no because insuo na enam no gumu no insuo bia wo mercury wo. That is one thing we should know. In so be because water, also the element and a component of water, there's mercury in every water. Yes, and if you are saying kwanye na mercury kakrawum, inti sa enam we a bit more wamu nutrients and I near my wamu to me engine from no ye was sibia any nyama enyi waso. And namely be what mercury no acquire woman odri woman what you say for protein, but mercury does woman it's the end of footwear na Professor Edema Ghana for
you
and a WHO so as I
bia to aso yo ayi ba ko ayegu so aye ka ho asem krai se we de ayi footwear Edema apemfo ne breastfeeding for na yeso ahwenye ya ye ne nam wei yeso mo nkwa ne tuna no ye kwori bia yeso ye ni pedua kwa no ye benya problem ana na eja yetimi akora ya no
yo me da say em say ya de hu ye pa say yenso a ye wa amodin ye nya penfo ye ma akola nkola nufu yenso ye bisa enam ye a ye betumi anya okawa na sina mi di kan ye ni say se niama mercury edos mercury na nkasa eye metal one of the metals ehu hia ema di peduan ba say ekoye too much excess ekobro so ewo ni pedua ni ma or how it to be the brown and no kidney problem and how it to be the brown respiratory tract infections the brown a nervous system disorder say be able to me on stand on 963 why drain brain damage no affect your nervous system into abra mercury men can say you are paying for pay men can say you will into near everything I say you to me limiting the consumption of a nama yabu bobu gudino mercury no a woman na you to me actually when fi yarwa ahwa babu boss say lungs problem no kidney problem no and I say nervous system disorder and I spinal cord problem and I say vision disorders and I say hearing problem into one more day on your painful on you be our own mark for still so to me minimize the mercury intake we need nankofa insunsan so etc umbrella see obetina kidney akola ketwa kwa no wanya kidney problem okofa awen or you be on no musa or you be on the basa that kidney yare no infant okofa fie let me nsuo mu nam ayenom nsuo a yetai enom koyemu
yo and you don't tell you mama ye na se ene nkyerɛkyerɛ ene adesuade kase a wodi ama ye ye betie na supam na ye de be ye adwuma
yo me so me da woni watiefo na se
yo Ejebusia Dr. Bright Toko Penny Kwanchefo Edema Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic and yanine kwodi nkomonti wei eyasem kese ya beto ba maso eguso ayedi nkomo na de yesi meet yenyae na nke enwe fish na fish ya
am se yanyini ti aja ye redie
Yes, so tuna kakra ye be we say mercury no kra no near ye exposed to it. Methyl mercury.
How do you say sa galam seni we no ye ya o mo kase bia ye di agro because ye nsuom na ma ye wi wo mo ko me ne nyoma na e ko mumu kwa me sim twem perfect pa
because adia no oyi nam na bari on kan kire
mercury
inside me want to nka any nins so dia bia de nam no kwoto so a kire se mercury we mu oho ha dwene fa
any abusia ye to pram to be kase bo no so e wo Accra 100.5 FM so am any ye ko ye nua Graham enchen na ono so wo no 1 FM hobi ni nyina ta ene se enetay ye nua no 1 FM ye omo so mo kan ho ema CMG enimako ni yedi mu no wo mo de omo ni akire mu e wo Kaneshi market e wo Enkramontin so yi na wono ma e kwa akotre asempadumade mu sade wo mo tai e kwa montin so no nkotwe Accra e de ma ya genkwa Yesu Kristo no na enadumade omo e kwa akodie no amanebo ne chese ensache kakra abam ebi se we no wo mo ka nyame asem no mo san so e de no fo mu dwumadie breast screening so e ka ho ya we kura ma to mo sade afra odwumtuni anansa wo bon ne ba ko a o wani agedin victory Joyce Blessing ana ye nua ba ko timekunkum won yo no so Adum TV ana odi ne dwuma ya wonom nyina e kwa akoboa ama enufo mu enhwemu dwumadie yi etumi akoso e wo Kaneshi market wonom yen kwa man so ye se ye nua Graham waba homa ne so ana Graham so tie nkan mo akwa ba Graham waba abusia yensa enka yenua Graham enunte no ye beto aso yensa kana ye ne baba na dwumadie poti omo edi honom no eno nso abomu amanebo no eri atrɛ
enia ye to aso no wodi se wonim se ga traditional council penifo no krabata e wan krapomponi mantam nipa wono ye peni kwankyerefo wodi enum ye ga manche ni taki te ko churu ya otoso mienu wodi atodwa ya wo chese ni ko tega ya chese wo ye asafo ache edema asre doshi ebusia no esisi ya de ne tatre ya je ede efri nsem October bosme ni de toso aduasa e wa afim no to obo ase council no wade sansemfo we nyina wade ebeto dwa na wo kire so wo kura de wo ho adwuru wo pa wo mo adwuru wo se suban kese pa Charles ni kote wada na disi wono ye busua pani edema ye maame ya wonya ne baby kona de o meduro ya wotoso miensa kasamafo edema ebusua na asafo ache kote ga ena afiso maame na nkasa ne ma no so kura no su ne ban wo da na di na enkoye kura enti wo kura council de atodwa wo kire se wo ho adwuru wo enti bra wo musi nkonwa no an wode atodwa ya wo kire se ebre mu de ebusua se woni tua se papa ni kote ga hu ne pa dia sa atre na da no so sa asafo ache no me pa cho wo mu kire mu a wo mu ayi ne mpaboa efini na ase wei ensama ga traditional council ya won krapomponi mantamo wode apie montene so
ene yensanko ahoma no eso Graham obai na tewu yemra ne ekontini yenko chinchemu kakra enfino Graham so tianka mo akwa ba amoti yanka
metemo kapa
ene abone tewu ema ye dwumade ne san na esi kwakwa akosisan
Yamia Dom number 1 FM 105.3 and pay ye be say ye outside broadcast nothing na dwumade na eta edi breast cancer awareness na o share na emanu aboshi abaha na odi eye 1111 ye ankasa ekonya ye de ba ye tent ye de ba ni nyina eso aye ma na nipa dodo na su gyina hɔ a na me fi sɛ bia nsuo no kora tɔɔyɛ no ɔmbɛba ɔmbɛbrɛ ɔmbɛkɔ but me ne wokasɛ nipa ɛwɔ akyire no ɛdɔso yie sɛ wo a meyɛ baayɛ temakonko yɛ baayɛ ɔbasɔ no so gyina mu adwomtofoɔ dress mu nyinaa na hɔ ma Kaneshi ha ayɛ butu ɛnti ɛgugu to nsa so obi biara a wotie biara number 1 FM yɛwɔ Kaneshi ha sei yɛyɛ breast cancer free screening bibia koso nyina ye wo ha se Kaneshi ya enti odi da wo teme kana sese na mo na FM obi na ekoso yi ankasa
ene ma ye na wase na ye mfensia na koso ada numere di akoso bi ebesa bo wakache ni aba abaji ato amane amansan momo ene bi atie wae enti abusuan ye nua Graham yo adwuma e wo no 1 FM dwumadi nsonko a ɛkɔ so ne asempa no wo mu trema no mu trem na afa nufo no so no wono mo apɛ emema ne ma mo docha no mu dochiri said ye pɛ ya breast cancer awareness said na ekɔ na wie yo ho
ya ne say ene October bosme na da to so eduasa ba ko etino ye can say now ye bisa say have you gotten a breast as a project when you no fo bi say project ya wo be miemia nkakra kra wunye bia o last chance ye ni
wish your baby no bisa onufu ni yamia
da bi bata nyo ba bia e was say we sha diet select
e so yankra ne nka ho
onyo ba bia e was say ye ho kani oya won puna kra na
mo ni ho kani
me nya sure so was all right no we won puna kra
na be dey
you don't have the right
wo dey emre no ko kama bi sa sa for na be dey no mo so mo no obi asusu
enu wa betimi aye ye be kire wo
gaga pa
Ewusia ye de aseda ma quick credit and investment micro credit limited akra ma na se adwuma no se wontimi nya kra na abotomu ada ye betena ho santi sika wo hia se besi ade she adwuma na se putupuru na asem bia to waketua e na nhya da mantem to hia sika bia wode be waje ho kopem se ye betimi atua wo kade a ye quick credit and investment micro credit limited akra e be ma bi no susu savings account sem deposit wahala bia ne hia ne so ye Ghana ni ya kura Ghana card amunum ho ana chese besi anya de amaw enti mpacho ya no abeji bi wate fra was 030220 0390 030220 0390 059692 0833 fra no ye beje so kama na afi besia no won setimi account the Bank of Ghana so ajo adwumedie nyina de atomo na tabia hebo center se awie ye fantom anim so the tabia hebo mesha no wo ye adwuma kakra no mpemu hyehyew malaria fever ato konso wa wontime anidim tabia hebo mesha no wodro na tabia hebo capsules no wo sisi ya ya nasa ye mpema etu ase mema na mudu keta so 2 minutes krache da ro for ate ye mpesa asuba no ye ntu na mo ye akwaku dozure jonzo pe na ade jonzo how do you feel obana was so ye no ho adwuma kama oh eno sa wo sori ana ne na asa agene sa na chezo wa ade na wusi we ento ano no kura na uhinti
o experience
research we ya research ya no maybe say na nya
this is all one and three
research
o experience
was your tabia taku mama no modia enu a ye beto dia mama na modia ye hu adwuma enti oba pay for mama ama benufu na se of ama menya adi
oh yeah
obi a wonya 18 years wontime no mabdi age atumum pharmacies we have shops ahodo wo cash drug store ebusia benya bi frɛ 0243 686861 0243 686861 0245 749206 na top choco eba ya gia tumunim say top choco 3-1 chocolate drink no Ghana cocoa Ghana milk Ghana sugar ya kabo mu edia ye na spread na so ya de pa munum ho ana wani age enti efie bia mu hia top choco product no maybe ensi fie why ready pass or buy business dia top choco maybe nka ho shop bia da benye bia to 0551 033 033 0551 033 033 afi mbu seba me shabone samrane yesi oposini edrono wenya infections ya mpese beko na wapem so aseria infections na esi ban na eba wohia mbu seba me edrono bi na chronic disease anu se wetu a yade ne se twintwame nkwada no so nya bia ya na eboatu ase ntem wo bia wo apomode papa na se wo yade afi ansa gusu a wo towo eye mbu seba me edro posini edrono number 1 immune system booster prekope na behia bi wo fie netimi aboa wo na ho atwa ntem de bia da no wompomu ayedene Hospital Square Junction Dankas People's Junction na buache hebon wo kanshi tema Ekus Farmers Redama Pharmacy wa Shaiman Keswa Cable wo kanshi fra 0246 208496 0246 208496 0540 710113 Afi Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic wutie Dr. Bright to kwatum say wabene on top of adwuma na wo ye no na wo hwe wabin ankasa doctor wabin na adwuma fo nyina tie ni papa e dia komo wo mani mo tie ankasa environment need say ni asisi ano ECG ni grid kofo mo hu ni amoya mo ya 3 minutes be adum nkane avrade kopia mo greenfield ya shada akọ honom aya ne sa wo check up honom say no 24/7 and kania sisi so air conditioner hospital udu a unkasa okra hospital so wo fie no na kwanya doctor fo nurse fo be fa so agye so akwa ba no kasa enuro ne ya fra oh me say sanya Dr. Bright Oko Greenfield wo mo ye aduma na efe eya akono say fidie no fa ye du gina so fidie na wo so kama na akire sa hasen ya de ne she ne ya pedro dia maw eno sa so edro ne ya de maw wo fie anya fra wo dro wei
ye bisa o
one pan wo be we dia
be church wa didie mu ni ade nyina
so dietitian no na juma no ya wo bright soldier capsules no low sperm count be ma na femu eye ho adwuma e na performance na nkasa endu peak baby eda no eda low entimano ya swale sa na se adwuma na nkoyia na baby sa na yedwa wonya hwekura na because na wo ye we grate you know say
dey no ba adwuma no wadwa no
we onim say me single for ya nyesa esa be say dwa no wo ma beto ade nyina very
Yankoi.
Eti bright garlic flask capsules no so ebua yen. Ebua mamoja di efrusa na hwehwe echi akwan. Ewo nungu adogo last stop Estate Junction. Now Friday 0243 983906 0243 983906 0261 Shannon so. Ambulance service no guswa eye adwuma. Dietitian sani am of akan no. Wo mo so bo adwuma pa.
Eni abusia se waduane mu beye hwam. Waduane mu beye de, waduane beye akono. Ama wura anempa odofo ana ubusuane bi ba wo nchen na wodi waduane obabada no mu ton na wabo wabaso so waduane ne ayede enu nti sa na etede a ene wonampo nko wo ba betra wo nchen wujare wa na wo beda fi se wodi adepa bia ya aduane ama na tenese ase a na eye mortars seasoning spices abusia me so spices ndie ene adoso pa wutisi adwaso a ena no me na mam copy provision shop ba ko bia ho nam say no no so ba da bai chese nansan kitu adoso nanso de ye papa ya wodi ahoden wom enkofa ya de bia nsamre wa kire na ma aduane ne eye akone ye hwam no eno ana o se wodi gu aduane ne mu eno asma ye kan ba ko pe eno ane mortars seasoning spices yes more taste ebemo ye kitchen star ankasa enkwan bia wo ye still ana bomu bia wo ye won enem bia wo de ye aduane no ana empo bia me kan no indomie ana wo ye spaghetti noodles ana wo ye plain rice mpo ye the spices aba wa hunu bi da edi samatas nko a wa che de wo ho jollof nso de e wo ho na me kan ma jade wo de me say aduane bia wo ye bia no sa wo per spices ye papa ye be mo aduane ye hwama wo ko adwa so a bisasa mortars seasoning spices abusie aya kama ene oba na ba ma me bi ya aduane a me ka me kiro enkura idia wo ba no ton wa ho enti won so ya abra me fie ho na be test me aduane bi hwe na oba na se fa hwenu ma wo nko bio na na matena me dem ha enti abusie mortars for yan fra wonom e was 0244 599 661 0244 599 661 and 0247 151 877 Mortars B a kitchen star na yamfia ni ntremu I will give us about center asoye give us about center asoye de no makomako enan and wo dia ba adwaso you will give us core capsules e wo ho mo akoko edimunyam mo musisi etayam yam mo amaman agimu ni padua boso monso mo kwa agyanan so a na moto ba ben epeni ade no mesramunyai monkope give us core capsules wonuma eyisa wa nyina fi wono emeni padua no mo eda ho afei give us GC capsules ene ne mixture we your ba anabem wakodi mpasogro wutira nkoyeye wate enem yade ema sa wo ho no wajapade no no na mo kekao wotumi titian na mo ayokro na nsuo basa bi de tie nsuo so de ene sent no enye onse sadia we pam odofo egu awade afemi ni abanso won sabuo mu enioma nkoye no Bomadian pay givers GC capsules and mesha na kambom na no na boawo etu ha no ase sanso ane wo givers power capsules we ya mama dro be ma fa bia eboa no bo adwuma kama ema mpaso agudie no ekoye otimi so oba ni sanso am oba no nani eje pa ye wo givers aba mesha eno so wa typhoid edu nyam wa wonu ma to wontu ni di wa malaria ene wo di asiem ana obi opeso boost immune system no one givers heba mesha edro baby etu no ton ene baby etu no makomako wodi wani chema won sabaka bi wo no mo sanso ne wo givers ice drinking water ebon mane say eya abodu nsuo jiji oni padua so fda faji atum se nsuo im eye nsupa no nteno baby ano so etu nsuo ena afei baby etu nsuo ton te se tashi mopo ya no ben kona ba ene mpo tashi aduomi ya ben champaka sport no wo fra givers empanifo a enwa ni nsuo yi won sabaka bi wo no mo bomadi adwom no ma na fra wonom eye 0506 851 135 0506 851 135 ana 0543 222 470 eso de ade to aponom eye flora tissue abusia me pa chaw de bia me tu for catch osem one catch for dada no one catch for dada on Sunday Apollo wa betwam ko ya afun polo bi no atitibie me pa chaw ni nyina no eye infections bacteria nom ene sanoma no germs nom ene de sign that way eba na wo benya bia ka won sa wo tawro ade dware wan ka chi fare pepe wanim ede dabo makeup so ni ade no wi asada akofo ano ho na akwawura wanum obi krompa sabio wo ye no wo ye wie se pe wo dwunso wi a no de anka chi funa bo ase ono de apepa wo wi na wasade akuta de nam na nu de pepa ensampi na wom ede ade bebre na banti eno na flora fobo mo de ahwe ho no ma kofa flora tissue ede aba to handkerchief dada ne twene no ankofa yade amoni padua bio we ya ye kan no flora no yo ma wodu de ye adwuma e wo kitchen de obeti de pepa ho chese edos bebre an ye won kwada de ho no eno nso eye flora tissue no eye adwuma sa magic etimi sraw bomadian pabi na fa di dwuma wate enkwa ne ko school fa bi shon bag na fa bi shobotom panim na so de pepa pawia na wato atwe no yi fofrom eno ntije flora fo no mbem eye 0243 033 033 again 0243 033 033 flora tissue jemeswam flora tissue number 1 Ebusia kase bo nyina na wie yani asde asre fatam oduru kwadiama akra kase botem ena wie sanfo panin yewura awudu salami yoda na bedi atire ene sofopom abrante kwaku okan sampa na production team no yenua sa Samo Thompson wono an wodi animu ema yenua Samo Paite wono nso abua bi papa wono akra na social media so no wodi yan ekoye yenso yakinka kasebo ema mo mimi din ene odi asempa kwame apomaso mensa mene wo fase garganto lady wa hene wa kasebo hene na yenuanom bi ese ahokyera si krom ha Joseph Balasi si ahokyera ni nti till now wonya anufuo bi as a project entimi emia ye but e hane pa no sister patro nufu no wana obi amana emia mo afisa na na ekọ na wiye wonya obi ano Tripolio wonya obi ano ma ne nsa so I am available sir Owo Tripoli wasu onye bi. Ana Hassan bin Abdallah say adana mi dwane. Libya. Efi enufuo aye be no. Na Libya betuma ko miamia ma enufuo. Wonti minti ti se Ghana. Wa ya wamra, why? Uni abra.
Let's go.
Yen situated in common.
Yeah.
In its proper context. Na more in some trofo and in some kafono. Seman sheye. Na you go about this way of reporting violence meted out on Ghanaians. Dakro, some communities will arise and beat you. because it has become one too many. Say it to her. Now, in Sembia Kosi baby. Now, a statement is issued from the police. It's issued from the national security. It's issued from the military. And we go into town with that statement as being the authentic statement or authenticity of near ACA. Say what in here can.
Yeah.
And it is evident. Say Oshe Garu. It's largely a Kusasi zone.
Okay.
Garu is largely a Kusasi zone. And Garu is under the Boko Traditional Council, under the overlordship of the Zuran. There's no doubt, say, at some point in time, people want to come in. No one is interested in this Mamprusi Kusasi fight.
No.
Because but if you want to go to Boko and you cannot come through Bolga, you want to find other means of entry. And so these things are coordinated sometimes. And this is not the first time. Say Dr. Nababe say there have been occasions where people purporting to be national security officials, wearing national security bullet flues and what have you, are in the midst of this conflict using national security to battle.
Really?
Yes.
And
sure? One of them,
sure?
I'm not doubting what I'm saying. One of them, a popular person, they call him Nambe.
National security.
Yes, national security operative. Was killed. Was killed in this conflict. And he carried himself national security and he was killed.
Or a part of the conflict?
Yes.
And was national security
because
vest at the battlefield.
Look, Opia, if you like or you don't like, he was a Mamprusi. And so if he is within national security and he's operating, then this is the crisis it brings.
Okay.
And to occur in the capacity of national security, and they kill him. When the fire was opened and he was killed, it turned out that, we are national security and you are a member of this tribe and we are having this conflict with you. So you can imagine time near San Semisi Tuesday. Within that same period, say, okay, I said
Tuesday.
Tuesday. And then you beat the people yesterday.
Just this Tuesday.
The incident happened on Tuesday.
Hold on. Sir, national security ni ya sema working AC Tuesday.
Dabi, make this particular instance omoko Nkrofo Tuesday.
Okay.
The event happened on Tuesday.
Okay.
And then you go and beat the people on yesterday and rather you're saying Sunday.
Yeah.
So you go at dawn and beat the people yesterday.
I could last 6 years.
Why is it that when the incident happened on Tuesday, only year, this thing is a very simple matter. Young of the Boko traditional area, under the Zoran, we have been suspicious of these things. Until you say, Modeka be Akopaki Catholic Church, there is a narrow path there. Until Omuhuyano, then they are.
Pacho, when you're closer to them, right?
No, I go there all the time.
Oh, okay.
I go there all the time. In fact, I go to Kwekpera, so I pass there.
Okay.
I pass through Garu. Until you could do that narrow path, no? Na Modeka Akopaki ho. When these people suspected, no, they started calling people because they asked the police did not know. And I know the district police commander, Yaro. And they almost call around. And they called their own people, say, hey, we suspect these people. Omowaha. In calling the people, they even call people all the way from Boku. Say, we have some suspicious vehicle that is within this area. This, if say me information here, national security cannot tell me they cannot get this information. And the Omofreye later, Omokoeno, Omokodru car no asia. They were knocking at the door, the car. Nankrofo. They were sleeping in the car. So the driver woke up and then now pressed the thing and almost be saying, what are you doing here in this obscure corner? Who are you? And then driver said, oh, we are national security. National security. Don't forget that there have been national security operatives that were involved in the conflict and some of them were killed. So as soon as you say national security, among a people, you know what that will send. Signal say, again. national security for mutimi ever far side in the conflict, you know. Some of you are here. So that even infuriated the people. And I'm saying, your national security, mobile, have you reported to your coordinator? I reported to the regional district police commander. Because me know, say you took one even out of Ghana. As soon as you land in somebody's country, you call your ambassador or your friends, consulate.
Definitely.
To say, you bedru ha. Be a embassy. But you should know that we are here. We all do it. Within the service, no, all the security service, uko bebiana or pasa. When you land in a jurisdiction, the first thing you do is that you go and report yourself, say, Wedru, somebody's jurisdiction, because that is not your command area. In Tisan Crofona, Mosuma, I say, Omonko National Security, did they do that? They went and they were sleeping in their car at some obscure corner. Inti Omoka Sano, then eventually they managed to go to the police with them. Before they could go, no, Omo insisted, yes, say, Mosimo your national security, we want to see what is in your car. They opened the car and they saw complex guns in the form of AK-47s and others. Wow. Plus sidearms, pistols. And I'm say, okay, since you are national security. But in checking the car, no one person won't be able to know. In checking the car, they saw a box. And I'm saying, box no more. That is where they didn't want to open the box. Until they shepherded the people. So the people from Garu and the other communities nearby, Omoko police station, and then they took police to custody and they left. But don't forget that they have sent word. Mm-hmm. So the other people coming from far, no, Omu buy said Omu mad location ni bibia, Omu bedru ya no. Na nkrofo no amaka pake Omu ka na Omu say Omu were inside. They didn't have time because Omu twa Mubafa car no edi adwane. So they shot the car tires.
Ah, I see.
So they shot the car tires to prevent the car from moving. That is their crime. So Tuesday, National Security did not do anything. Wednesday, National Security did not do anything. Thursday, Friday,
Thursday, no, Dambano.
Yes. And you see, these things are coming at a time when you are going to do
a festival.
I support the celebration of festivals and what.
Of course.
But there was news. Say a rival chief installed in Boko that the court have said that cannot carry himself as a chief.
But
Thursday.